TBA is a company that's involved in basically two fields. Foremost and originally we are a port consultant. So we have been advising ports for the last 18 years in various phases of their development. Design of greenfield sites, but also brownfield sites, so turning existing ports in more modern facilities, or things like process improvement, where we try to squeeze the lemon, get more out of their existing assets, and help them improve productivity. The other side of our business is software business. So we provide tools and real-time software products for conventional and automated terminals. We have a couple of, most of the automated terminals that are existing worldwide run our software, replacing drivers, playing the eyes and the hands of the driver, and fulfilled by a computer. First of all, I would say automation is hot these days. A lot of terminals, even in countries where we didn't expect them to be interested today, for instance China, are suddenly interested in automation. You see a great demand for automated solutions in order to overcome cost, in order to create more consistent operations, more reliable operations. Where we see challenges in automation is in various aspects. So it's a big change from very manual practices now to running robots, having the right software integrated into all the components to a solidly, quickly working machine. Integration is one of the key items in a successful automation project. And with integration we mean that all the components, hardware and software and people, have to work together in a seamless way. Now typically those components come from different sources, different vendors, different backgrounds, different locations, and they now in this one project have to work together to create a seamless, holistic system that needs to perform as well. One of the key elements of success there is the way the project is managed, where traditionally the relationship between a terminal and a vendor is one of supplier and customer, and we need to come to a situation where it's a partnership, where you work together with the same goal, customer and the vendors, towards this successful go live. And I think that overcomes a lot of integration issues, which always be there. With the right approach, project management approach, you get a long way and you can actually deliver the required solutions in time. So I see room for improvement in optimizing terminal operations across the globe in various areas. Basically, terminals are always very happy to purchase equipment. And they like to see steel, and if there's a lot of steel, that's a good operation. I think we're now in an era where we need to focus on micromanaging operations, really squeezing the lemon, as we call it, getting more out of the equipment that is available. If you look at today's productivities, key cranes, RTGs, terminal trucks, it's typically less than 50% of what they actually could produce. So we should not be looking into making that equipment faster. We should be looking into using the equipment more intelligently by using more of the software that is typically already available but poorly utilized. Tools like the TOS, equipment pooling that is provided, intelligent yard strategies, intelligent equipment deployment strategies. You can easily, and we have shown it in the past, you can easily improve cost efficiency at terminals between 15 and 25%. With returns on investments within 6 months for such projects. So very attractive, very high return, and therefore very successful. We have, of course, various products in the pipeline to help terminals improve their productivity, and I want to mention two. First of all, we have our yard crane scheduler, a tool that basically allows you to intelligently place your yard cranes inside the yard. Typically this is done by a human today, or multiple humans, and typically they are firefighting. This tool avoids that, but proactively makes sure that the equipment is in the right place at the right time. So the yard crane scheduler. Another product I would like to mention, and some customers even call it the Holy Grail. Actually, this was mentioned to me earlier today with one of the customers, is what we call plan validation. And it's basically the ability, before you operate, to very quickly simulate your plans for the upcoming hours and see whether this plan can be improved. So basically you make a plan to operate a vessel, to operate some housekeeping, to handle your gate, and you check beforehand, super fast, whether this plan fits your current situation and whether you can do something about it. Both products I expect a lot and a lot of return for our customers.